Committee on the Gambling Control Bill, National Bill number 70 of 2025. I beg to lay.
Next.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Response to a statement by Mother Wangari, Chair Finance. Kimani Kuria. Next, response to a request by Umulher Harun, Chair Justice. Honorable Murugara, do you have a response to Umulher Harun's?
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I do have the response.
Is Umulher here?
She's not here, so may I be allowed to table?
Yeah, if she's not here, just table
yes,
the...
I do table the report of the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions on the statement requested by Honorable Omuher Arun, nominated Member of Parliament. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I beg to table.
Response to a request by Cynthia Muge, Chair Labour. Yes, I did. Chair Labour.
Yes, Speaker.
Yes, Chonga. Is Cynthia Muge in the house?
No, yangu ni response.
Cynthia Muge, she's not in the house. You can just table the response.
Did you rule online? I'm sorry.
No, the chair, even the chairman is not here. Just table if, since the member who sought the statement is not here. Table it, give it to the clerks at the table. The member will follow it up from there. A response to a request by Joseph Gashoki, Kirinyaga Central. Is he called Gashoko Gitari? Chair, Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. Is Honorable Gitari in the house? Eh? Shinali, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Is he in the house? I table or
No, you...
I read the response.
You present the response. The member who requested is in the house.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to submit the following response from the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises to the specific issues raised by the Honorable Member. The first question, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member requests the status of Shirikisho la Wanawake Savings and Credit Society, including its financial and registration status with the SACCO Society Regulatory Authority. Honorable Speaker, the current status of Shirikisho la Wanawake Cooperative and Savings Credit is dormant, having not filed their audit accounts since 2007. The SACCO was not licensed by the SACCO Society's Regulatory Authority since it was not a deposit-taking SACCO nor a specified non-deposit-taking SACCO. As of 31st December 2007, SACCO had 2,107 members, a share capital of 4,056,266 shillings. Loan outstanding with members stood at Kenya shillings 1,053,674 Kenyan shillings. Currently, assets stood at Kenya shillings 3,460,012 shillings, with liabilities totaling to Kenya shillings 1,488,427. During the year, the SACCO made a loss of Kenya shillings 427.61 shillings. The second question, Mr. Speaker, the honorable member wanted to know what the Ministry of Cooperatives and Micro Small Enterprises Development has put in place to ensure that the SACCO complies with the established regulations.
Order, members, order.
Particularly,
I can barely hear what the chairman is saying. Order, members. Those on your feet, take your seats. Go on, Chairman.
particularly in financial reporting and holding of regular meetings. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, working in collaboration with the county governments, will intensify supervision and inspection of all cooperatives to ensure adherence to the Cooperative Societies Act and the cooperative rules. The third question, also the Honorable Speaker, the member wanted to know what the ministry is doing to enhance oversight of cooperative societies in the country to protect the members' savings. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Cooperatives and Micro Small Enterprises is undertaking the following measures to ensure all SACCOs protection of members' funds. A, review of Cooperative Societies Acts to strengthen the law in areas of governance, clarity of responsibility between the county governments and the national governments, amongst others. B, noting that the cooperatives administration is a devolved function, while on the other hand, the cooperatives movement is interlinked nationally from the grassroots to the apex. The ministry, in collaboration with the State Department of Devolution, the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee, and the Council of Governors, are defining and developing a reporting framework to facilitate quick intervention. C, carry out capacity building to cooperative officers under the county governments with a view to improve the quality of inspection on cooperatives. D, in collaboration with county governments, identify all dormant cooperatives existing in our register to liquidate them. Honorable Speaker, attached is the response by the Cabinet Secretary and annexures for the transmission to the Honorable Member. Thank you.
Gitari.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm worried why the chairman has, because I have the response with me here, why he has just opted to go to a part of it rather than read the entire response from the Cabinet Secretary. I don't know why he is avoiding the page 1, page 2, and going direct to page 3. Mr. Speaker, in this same House, you have, whenever we do a statement, if anybody tries to divert from any point, you have ruled that we should read the statement as it is. Why is the chairman avoiding to go to the statement the response as it is, and choosing on the pages that he is doing? Mr. Speaker, number 2, the chair alludes, or the Cabinet Secretary alludes that this Shirikisho cooperative was not being manned by SASLA. What recourse do they have as members who lost money in this circle if they are not regulated by SASLA? He also has said that the same cooperative members made a loss of 247,000. What is the recourse for these members? Why is he avoiding to read the response as it is, Mr. Speaker?
Shinali, are you avoiding to read some sections of your response?
No, Honorable Speaker, in my closing statement, I said I'm transmitting the whole copy to the member, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, the reply is here, and there's nothing we are hiding. If he wants me to go through each and every page, Honorable Speaker, with the intelligence, I'm available to do that.
Yes, Gitari.
Mr. Speaker, in this same house, we've had statements.
Order members, I can barely hear what the honorable member for Kirinyaga Central is saying. Order. Go on.
Mr. Speaker, I'm saying in this same house, you tell us to read the statement as approved. So the minimum expectation is the response should be as so. So I'm saying, I don't know why the chairman is avoiding going through the entire response because I have the response speaker. Number two, I've also asked him, now that the Sirikisho cooperative was not licensed by SASLA, what is the recourse for the members who lost money in that Sirikisho? And still, he gives an explanation on how they occurred, arose, and who was in charge of it. Mr. Speaker, the gist of this is who are the owners, or who are the people who are leading the Sirikisho cooperative?
Shinali, have you had...
Honorable Speaker, I've barely heard, but Honorable Speaker, he has asked a supplementary question which I do not have the answer now. I have to refer to the CS because it was not part of the question, and I take note of it, Honorable Speaker, so that the CS would respond to it at the earliest time possible.
Honorable Gitari, I propose you follow up the issues with the chairman in the committee. A response to Mary Maingi, Chair Trade Industry and Cooperatives. Shinali.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity to respond to the request for a statement by Honorable Mary Maingi, MP, on the above subject matter. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give the background as laid here. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya National Trading Corporation, KNTC vision, mission, core, mandate, and strategic objectives. The KNTC vision, mission, core, mandate, and strategic objectives are as follows. Vision, to be a leading agent for change and socio-economic transformation of Kenya. Mission, to provide customers with the region, within the region, with the quality products and service through an efficient distribution network, partnerships, and innovation. Core mandate. The mandate of KNTC entails the following. 1, promotion of wholesale, stock retail, business, and e-trade in line with the Vision 2030, the medium-term plan, and parent ministry's strategic plan. 2, improve and strengthen supply chain and distribution system for both formal and informal sectors. 3, to become the procurement agent for strategic bulk commodities for the government and general public at reasonable commercial prices. 4, in partnership with other key players, avail relevant products, stock inputs for the agricultural sector, such as sugar, fertilizer, and the chemicals. 5, promote the development of small and medium enterprises markets, expansion and diversification of trade in line with the government policy. 4, to set up trading houses in niche export markets in the region and beyond. And finally, to implement government directives assigned. KNTC as aggregator of local rice for onward selling to government institutions. Honorable Speaker, in February 2020, through a presidential directive, Kenya National Trading Corporation was appointed as the aggregator of local rice for onward selling to government institutions. To address rise in the cost of living, Cabinet approved a framework to position the Kenya National Trading Corporation as the anchor of state initiatives to create a price stabilization for essential household food items. As such, KNTC, as a trading company, will supplement other state initiatives by creating strategic reserves for stable and essential food items, vital farm inputs, including fertilizer and any other goods necessary for ensuring stability in prices of core goods consumed by Kenyans. It was noted that KNTC will leverage on its infrastructure and capacity to help stabilize prices of all essential items in instances where prices swing of essential items are abnormal and against the public interest. Honorable Speaker, to realize the mandate, KNTC will continue to partner with the National Cereals and Produce Board and local and regional financial intermediaries specializing in trade and commodity financing. The strategic objectives are as follows: to position KNTC as the main supplier of bulk commodities in the country, to expand presence and the distribution network in the domestic market, including countries, and establish a presence internationally, to be an efficient and effective organization able to execute its mandate, to enhance ICT for better service delivery, to enhance effectiveness and efficiency in resource mobilization and utilization, and finally, to promote ethics, national values, and good corporate governance. Specific statements as required by Honorable Mary Maingi, MP, Mwea constituency. Honorable Speaker, I wish to submit the following response from the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment Promotion, to the specific issues raised by the Honorable Member. The Honorable Speaker, the member wanted to know the total quantity of rice that the government intends to import as part of the measures to supplement the domestic production and bridge the deficit in the local demand.
Order, members, order. Order, members. Go on, Shinali.
Honorable Speaker, this being the policy matter, KNTC importation will be informed and guided by the government based on the actual and projected production quantities, which may be provided by the relevant MDS, such as the ministry responsible for agriculture, that is crop production, and the Agriculture and Food Authority, among others. The second question, the Honorable Member wants us to know the total annual production of rice in the last financial year compared to the local annual consumption projection. Response. Honorable Speaker, the annual production of rice may be provided by relevant MDS, such as Ministry responsible for agriculture, that is crop production, and the Agriculture and Food Authority. The third question, the honorable member wants to know measures in place to support farmers within the rice growing areas like Mwea to increase rice production for the country, to cut down on over-reliance on imported rice. And Speaker, the response is that the Kenya National Trading Corporation, as a trading company, will supplement other state initiatives by creating strategic reserves for stable and essential food items, vital farm inputs, and including fertilizer. Our fertilizer subsidy program is already in place to reduce the cost of production, and the National Irrigation Authority is supporting farmers on irrigation infrastructure on their farms. The fourth question, the honorable member wants to know the steps being taken to cushion rice farmers in the country, likely unfair market competitions and unfair market competition that could raise the saturation of the market by imported rice. Honorable Speaker, government through Presidential Directive mandated Kenya National Trading Corporation to mop up excess rice from farmers in Mwea and Ahero for onward distribution to government institutions. KNTC is performing the function to date, and with increased production, they have initiated the following. KNTC has requested for enhancement of the rice fund together for the improved production and widen scope to include other rice schemes like Tana Bura.
Shinali, that's too long. Can you paraphrase? That's too long. Can you finish up?
I am almost there, Honorable Speaker. I'm almost there, Speaker. A circular to be done to all government institutions to buy local rice from KNTC to assure farmers of ready market or their produce, mopping up of rice during harvest. And lastly, government institution to prioritize payment to KNTC to enhance prompt payment to farmers. Honorable Speaker, attached is the response by the Cabinet Secretary and annexures for transmission to the Honorable Member. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Order, members. Order, members. Order. Members on their feet, take your seats. Order. Order, members on their feet, take your seats. Order. Order, members. Take your seats. Take your seats. Mary Maingi, I doubt if you followed the response to your statement. Did you follow anything?
Mr. Speaker, the consultations were so loud, I would need to have the statement to read for myself.
I think that is the right thing to do. And if you are not satisfied, you can prosecute the statement in the committee. Take your seats, the member on the... Order, honorable members. Honorable members, first, congratulations for turning up in large numbers. When we reach the business at order number Number 10, we had communicated to you that we'll be voting electronically. So I hope you all have your gadgets ready. But before we get there, allow me to make some communication. The first one is on the referral by His Excellency the President of 2 bills of this House. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 42, I wish to report to the House that I've received 2 messages from His Excellency the President regarding the referral of the National Land Commission Amendment Bill 2023 and the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 45 of 2022, to Parliament for reconsideration. Order. 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 It's good to listen. Honorable members, in the messages, His Excellency the President conveys that pursuant to the provisions of Article 115, 1B of the Constitution, he has considered the National Land Commission Amendment Bill 2023 and referred it back to the National Assembly for reconsideration, expressing reservations on Clause 2 and 3 of the bill. Additionally, His Excellency the President has expressed reservations on Clause 2, 3, and 4 of the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 45 of 2022. His Excellency the President has detailed the reasons for his reservations on the bills and made recommendations thereof for consideration by the National Assembly and Houses of Parliament, respectively. His Excellency the President now requests Parliament to consider the bills in accordance with the provisions of Article 115 of the Constitution. Honorable members, you may recall that this House passed the National Land Commission Amendment Bill 2023 on 13th March 2025, following which I presented the bill to His Excellency the President for assent in accordance with the provisions of Article 115 of the Constitution. Similarly, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 45 of 2022 was passed by the Houses of Parliament on 15th April 2024 and thereafter submitted to His Excellency the President for assent in accordance with provisions of Article 112(2)(a) of the Constitution. The House is required, honorable members, to consider the President's reservations to the specified clauses in respect of each bill. Standing Order 154(2) requires the House to consider the President's reservations within 21 days upon receipt of the memorandum. In this regard, honorable members, with respect to the President's reservations to the National Land Commission Amendment Bill 2025, the message from His Excellency the President, together with the memorandum, are hereby referred to the Departmental Committee on Lands for consideration and reporting. The memorandum to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 45 of 2022, together with the message from His Excellency the President, are hereby referred to the Departmental Committee on Health. The committees should prioritize the bills and table their reports to allow this House to consider the President's reservations within the statutory timelines. Upon conclusion of consideration of the President's reservations, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 45 of 2022, I'll transmit the decision of the National Assembly to the Senate for consideration. Honorable members, it's important to guide the House that the consideration of the President's reservations to the bills by the respective committees and the House will be undertaken in accordance with the provisions of Article 115 of the Constitution. Further, the guidance contained in the Speaker's communication of 28 July 2015 relating to the consideration of the President's reservation to a bill and amendments thereto will apply as shall be necessary. Honorable members, I now direct the clerk to circulate the memorandum of His Excellency the President on the 2 bills to all members. The House is accordingly guided. Members at the bar, take your seats. Have another. Yes, Olwoj.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to draw your attention, Honorable Speaker, to a stranger who is sitting in the House.
Order, members. Order. Who is the stranger?
Honorable Speaker, you have severally issued rulings about the manner in which people must dress themselves. Those rules form part of the tradition of this House. If I look at the speakers panel, including yourself, you are dressed in a collar. Is it in order that the member for Embakasi East walks and sits into a house dressed as if he were the speaker, save for your gown? Honorable Speaker, we do need guidance as to whether this forms part of the proper dressing code of this House. Honorable Speaker, this honorable member may have been admitted the other day, but that dressing code may cause confusion. I may be forced to go and bring my collar and dress as much, and therefore I ask Honorable Speaker to give guidance as to whether the honorable member for Embakasi East is improperly dressed. I thank you.
Order. Order, members. Order. Order. Order, members. Indeed, Honorable Babu Wino, you are improperly dressed. Even your very seniors, the likes of Millie Odhiambo, Senior Otienda Molo, Otieno Kajwang, the Chief Justice in quotes, Gladys Sholei, have never turned up dressed like that. I order you to retreat from the House and dress up and come back. Order, Babu. When you are ordered to leave, you leave without fanfare. Order, members. Order. I have a further communication to make. Order, Wamumbi, take the nearest seat. Wanjala, take the nearest seat. Find a seat. Honorable members, I have another communication to make. Order. Order, Kwenya. Order. Honorable members, I have another communication on the consideration of the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025. And honorable members on their feet, take your seats. Wanjala, you are everywhere. Honorable members, I have been advised by your whips that you have garnered the necessary quorum to transact business at order number 11. Is it 10 or 11? 10. And after this communication, I know there are members who have statements to request. We also have some very short businesses to transact, including setting up members for the trusteeship of your post-service medical cover. So once I make this communication, we'll dispose of very quickly. We agreed in House Business Committee, orders number 8 and 9. Then we guide you to go into the division on the constitutional bill. Remember, honorable members, that you'll vote twice. You'll vote on the bill at second reading. The Speaker will recess behind here to let you go into committee of the whole. It's a very short bill. Then I will come back to take you through third reading so that by the close of business today, we shall be done with the constitutional amendment bill on CDF, NGAF, and other matters. So don't be tempted to cast your vote and then disappear thinking the business is over. You will vote more than once. So members, you are accordingly guided, and your whips have done a wonderful job in getting all of you here. Honorable members, you may recall that Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025 was read a first time in this House on Wednesday, 12th March 2025, following which I referred it to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs in consideration, public participation, and reporting to the House. The bill, which is co-sponsored by the Honorable Samuel Chepkonga, CBS MP, and the Honorable Dr. Otienda Amolo, Senior Counsel, CBS MP, was published in the Kenya Gazette Supplement on 26 February 2025 and seeks to amend the Constitution to entrench the following funds. 1, the National Government Constituencies Fund for purposes of ensuring reasonable access to exclusive national government functions in all constituencies as envisaged in Article 6.3 and guaranteeing the participation of the people in the identification and implementation of priority national government programs. 2, the Senate Oversight Fund to ensure that the Senate is adequately empowered and resourced to perform its oversight functions. And 3, the National Government Affirmative Action Fund to enhance the national government's measures on affirmative action. Honorable members, the committee concluded the public participation exercise, tabled its report on 17th June 2025, and the bill is now in second reading as listed on the order paper. Before the House resumes the debate this afternoon, I wish to highlight the procedural aspects related to the consideration of bills to amend the Constitution through parliamentary initiative. Honorable members, with respect to the manner of debating the bill, I know that the debate on the bill to amend the Constitution is not subject to curtailments contemplated under Standing Orders 95, closure of debate, and 97, limitation of debate. In this regard, neither a motion seeking that the mover be called upon to reply nor a motion to limit debate on the bill shall be entertained. Honorable members, on voting thresholds, Article 256 of the Constitution prescribes the threshold for passage of a bill to amend the Constitution both at the second and third readings. For emphasis, it provides as follows, and I quote, "A bill to amend this Constitution shall have been passed by Parliament when each House of Parliament has passed the bill in both its second and third readings by not less than 2/3 of all the members of that House. In this regard, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2025 will stand passed at the second reading if it garners the support of not less than 233 members of this House, being at least 2/3 of the members of the National Assembly. This threshold will also apply to the vote at the third reading. Barring this threshold at either of the two stages, the bill will have been lost. Honorable members, upon conclusion of debate at the second reading stage, the House shall proceed to vote. Should the vote on the bill meet the constitutional threshold, the House shall proceed to committee of the whole House as indicated in supplementary order paper. Thereafter, the House shall take a vote on the third reading stage of the bill. Having said that, honorable members, I wish to notify the House that I have received representations from 4 members who indicate that they are indisposed, and I've confirmed that they are so indisposed. Our records indicate that the 4 members have been indisposed and have been on rest or recuperation with the consent of Mr. Speaker and the respective doctors. In this regard, they will be allowed to vote virtually. The members are the Honorable Catherine Wambilianga MP, member for Bungoma County, the Honorable Clemens Lawyer MP, member for Sabatia, the Honorable Joseph Samal MP, member for Isiolo North, and the Honorable Abraham Kirwa MP, member for Mosop. Honorable members, Standing Order 62 grants latitude to the Speaker to direct a further vote in the event that any question requiring a fixed majority is carried but fails to meet the 2/3 majority at the first instance. Standing Order 62.2 provides that, and I quote, whenever a bill or a special motion, the passage of which requires a special majority in the Assembly fails, order members. If you sit close to the Speaker's table, you are obligated to observe the rules even more. And I quote again, if you want to discuss in Nyandarua, there are rooms behind here. Wherever a bill or a special motion, the passage of which requires a special majority in the Assembly fails to obtain the required majority and the vote results in a majority of the ayes, but the noes have not numbered at least 1/3 of all the members of the Assembly, the Speaker may direct that a further vote be taken on the particular question. And the further vote shall be taken within 5 sitting days from the day the first vote was taken, or such other times as the Speaker may determine. If the Speaker does not so direct any further vote, or if on such further vote the fixed majority is not obtained, the Speaker shall declare that the motion is negatived. In this regard, honorable members, should it become necessary to invoke the provision of Standing Order 62 to either at the second reading or third reading of the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, I'll guide the House accordingly. As a matter of fact, a precedent was set in 2016 where the then Speaker directed a further vote on the motion for second reading of the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Number 4 Bill 2015 to be taken on 5th May 2016. The bill, which sought to incorporate the 2/3 gender principle, had not met the 2/3 constitutional threshold at the first attempt on 27th April 2016. Honorable members, once this House passes the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2025, I'll refer it to the Senate for consideration. Having said that, honorable members, I wish to clarify to the House and indeed the general public that the procedure for consideration and passage of bills to amend the Constitution as set out in Article 256 does not contemplate amendments to the bill at the Committee of the Whole House stage. So you are accordingly guided. And honorable members, when we reach that order, I believe you are all contributed sufficient to the matter, and the Speaker will call the mover to reply. Then we immediately go into a division for voting. In the meantime, before I go to order number 8, allow me to acknowledge in the Speaker's gallery China ZTT Group from Langata, Nairobi. I don't know if it's a school or just a group. Is it a school? When I mention your institution, you stand up. Kambui Girls High School from Githunguri, Kiambu. In the public gallery, we have Cheres Secondary School from Kipkelion, Kericho, and DB Karembuni Primary from Chuka, Igambangombe, Tharaka Nithi. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome you to Parliament. Yes, member for Chuka, Igambangombe, you requested to welcome your school. Do it in under a minute.
Thank you, Speaker. I take this opportunity to welcome DMB Karebuni Primary School from Chuka Gambangombe to this honorable house. And Speaker, these students come to this house in a very important day in the history of this country, when we are seeking to entrench a very important fad, that is CDF in the Constitution, a fad that has seen so many students go through school and the fact that has really helped improve infrastructure in our schools, Mr. Speaker. So they will always remember in their lives that they came to this honorable house on a day that is going to define the history of the education sector of this country with the CDF fund instructed in the Constitution. Thank you, Mr.